おい、そこの兄ちゃん。そうそう、君だ。なあ、カードゲームは好きか？あれだあれ。
カードゲーム。
何言ってんだ。そっか。
お前。
メロピデ要塞にはカードプレイヤーがかなりいてな。たまたま君を見かけて、
じゃあここの先輩として。
なんだ。
お前が選んでくれ。
なら変な噂じゃあ。通路の隅で言う。まああの二人のもし興味が。
他には。
公爵が昔ここなあ、公爵もかつては俺らのただの囚人からメロピデ要塞のトップにだなんて。金域？い
ろんなとこ。
他に
talking over there. Let's listen in on the.
If you ask me.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Oh, you think?
I don't.
Hey, how?
What kind of filth? Listen, who wants to live in?
What makes you?
Whoa, sounds like they're really Speaking of which, I wonder if that's true. There's a group of people.
So I said, that's not a fuss.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about
What's the matter?
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine.
You hear that?
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some.
Really?
You're kidding. How often?
A little mistake, huh?
You're...
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroop.
So...
No. You don't get it. Whoa.
I don't mind him. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That...
Is that so? To tell you the truth...
Oh, so...
You are correct. Since you like my cooking, I guess... Listen, kids. You've already met the one...
Those who have the Dukes at...
I know who you mean.
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he... Speaking of which...
You mean he hit a woman?
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know?
Wait a second.
Do you think it could...
After all, I do remember...
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You've...
Hey, this is no time to be...
Oh. Huh. He is a harp. Unfortunately, this father told me that even though...
His escape route is already flooded, so...
Well, when you put it that way...
Bingo! Is he...
He's working today. Coming here is it's the least I can do. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all... Now, let me... And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out a...
You can even add...
We've been working together, Traveler. What say you to me? Oh, and there's... Though we can just sit back and wait for... Fremonet's no master of disguise.
What do you want us to...
Well, I won't... Listen carefully. You've mentioned investigate the... But also, there's no... Oh, my...
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right.
Let's go our separate ways.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a... There seem to be several people inside.
It's not impossible.
Oh, it's a bit hard to understand them. Someone, please help! He's sick.
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the freezing limbs. Let me take a look. Please. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any more. Eh? Oh, that. I'll continue my diagnosis of the don't sense serious. And here? Huh? But based on my... what about here? Oh, I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. So that... And there have been other... Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low. Miss Levine...
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
His stomach ache's really bad.
If Miss sees you...
But it...
Well,
What do you mean that's true? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they
yeah, you're right. But did you have to...
that's correct.
Are you two...
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for check... You could say she fancied...
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurrier.
Hey, don't start arguing now! Please, keep it civil at least.
Rel-
Please allow me to end this
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine.
You?
I'll accompany you two for a walk. No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest. Miss Lorvine.
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Yellow.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
So his primary... All right then.
Is there anything we should know?
No, his base... Got it.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? We've been to lots of places together.
So you're the... You're awake.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
Now you can go back with a...
Thank you, Miss Sijuin. Something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the... No, but you... Paimon talked with... Whoa! You...
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just...
We've taken a look at the...
Wait, what?
You already went above infiltrating a... Lynette also felt...
So that's what Lynette thinks.
Then, let's go...
Is now really a...
According to my observations. Also,
Okay, then...
Lynette should... Strange.
As expected, Siegewing isn't here.
No, Lynette rarely... Unless...
Let's see if there are...
Okay.
Ah! This is a...
Wait, this thing? The space behind it, could Lynette have tried to get in... Let's look around here for some more clues. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have...
She would have said... Which means...
There are some books here and a few files. These sure are some interesting... She even has... Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual...
This is...
Is that all? The back.
Show me! Now!
That look... Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No.
Writhsley... Did he...
Wait, you mean... He was a...
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or... You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no... I'd like to know that too. Don't panic, just... Wait, the fact that Fremen...
What does he gain by letting...
So he's... If Writhsley let him leave on purpose, then he's...
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. Don't be like this.
No,
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler,
I simply cannot allow I have to go.
He's rushed out the door. After him.
Right. I feel like we...
It's not impossible.
Is that so?
Is someone...
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Someone, please help.
Whoa, are you okay?
What a delightful... Oh my! What's wrong? Being able to read...
Lenny, wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight! How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Writhsley's office!
Yep.
Come out and...
Aren't we at an administrative off?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my sister?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spec. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if...
Is he trying to trick me? You knew we were investing. As for Fremine, No.
There was no need to do so.
You removed our original members and...
One correction. Lynette is in my hand.
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only although as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he is...
Wait, you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume...
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the...
So?
Some of my folks just happened to hear I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so Mr. Linney, the car, you need do but one thing to guarantee that...
You want to see Father? But why...
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received...
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to...
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a faith... Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Lenny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective? I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only... Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own.
I shouldn't...
6...
Wait,
2... 1. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Yeah! Listen to the Traveler! If
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your... But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
The research notes said that the Melazine race perceived... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots... I've been told that the infirmary is... We often see Miss Sigewin observing the prisoner. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament... The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from... The Fonta promoter has been... We often see Miss C... I've been told that the infirmary is always... According to Collins... The research notes said that...
The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not... At first we thought this strange meat must have something... She often visits the production zone to observe... Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina... Sigewin has unfortunately, the recipients of her lovingly prepared special meat... Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed. All right, now for my. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring.
Fanta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only... Fanta's internal report... Fanta's internal report... The Fanta promoter has been struggling.
Paimon gets this. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. The company facing backlash, they came to the fortress, the Duke, no one, and so only those who proved...
I acknowledge the effort you've... Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of you'll pay for... Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sijuin. That was a fantastic...
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Sijuin?
Though this gun may look like a toy,
Sijuin...
not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job...
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lenny someone you should be looking...
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything. His Grace knows it too.
My dear Sijuin, what...
Well, it's nearly time after all.
What are you talking about?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your...
All right, everyone, calm. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sijuin.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarend. My door.
Freminet...
What's going on? What is Clarend doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime.
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. Please, make some space.
I'll talk to Clarend while you get Freminet to where he needs to be.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused... Of course, it... sorry.
Why would he inject...
Please, look after Mr. Freminet for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. How's the situation?
The water has changed. It's pretty... I was only out there a short time.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of...
Closer than I thought.
Locking the door was necessary.
Well, I did try to convince...
It would probably work on Neuvillette.
Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that bad...
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Linny, are you okay? Are you sure?
My hands and
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Freminet?
He'll be fine. But for now...
his breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get it
Yeah, I'll take him from this.
on it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about...
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They probably went...
He's awake! Freminet, how do you feel?
Linny. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Freminet. And you are no longer in any danger.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
It's easy to fix a machine when you know how it's built and how it works. But people, they're much more difficult. To spend some time at the bottom of the sea, in peace and total silence. Wherever the tide takes me, so long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to. To spend some time at the bottom of the sea, in peace and total silence. Wherever the tide takes me, so long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to. This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? I want to spend some time at the bottom of the sea, in peace and total silence. Wherever the tide takes me, so long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to. To spend some time at the bottom of the sea, in peace and total silence. Wherever the tide takes me, so long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to. It's easy to fix a machine when you know how it's built and how it works. But people, they're much more difficult. Wherever the tide takes me, so long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to. I want to spend some time at the bottom of the sea, in peace and total silence. Wherever the tide takes me, so long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to. It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well. vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left. Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone.
Miss Clorinde!
Miss Clorinde,
You're still too weak. Miss Lynette is right.
A guest?
You should ask His Grace about...
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my...
Understood. In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you.
thank you.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Excuse me!
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Of course! I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sejuane?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? But where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Linny's group would just do your work for you!
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
And why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right! Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Clorant down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already. That's not all I need to prove.
But...
You make it compelling,
Yeah!
even if the truth may not be pleasant. Follow me.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you forgot. Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, what a huge door!
There are 3. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and
Well...
Well...
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
Go on, have a... I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses? Very reasonable. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration.
The concentration?
And that is precisely the problem. Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Not even the... Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the indicators are now... If this continues... Yeah, you know what...
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the Primordial Sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any tradition. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all the criminals received, some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. And so, as the number of exiled the Hydro Archon, and with that, but as time went on, once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea. To be frank, prophecies are troublesome things. Let's go somewhere else. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh?
No need to panic.
What? After you
I'm skeptical as well.
The results speak for...
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers. Good. Edwin's main area...
You...
What a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit...
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of...
Ooh, are they together?
See? Everyone keeps asking this question.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez. Follow me.
Whoa! There's another door that goes right up!
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But
Let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge... This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know?
I...
Well, then maybe you... According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. Were the workers to find out that as the fortress's administrator? Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups. Seems like you're good. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you...
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it.
Great.
We're back!
Welcome back.
How can you be so much
While I was sedated, I could still barely hear
Must have been Rise.
Yeah,
I really...
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he...
Very well. Then, would you mind check? Yeah,
Nobody else is...
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine...
Whoa, he's good! He got that right on the first try!
That's Arlene.
Secondly, I spent quite a long time thinking about this. What's more, as long as if I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working...
You're
If Risley does... I don't have...
I can't believe it.
Let's see.
Could Risley have... If you remember...
Or perhaps he didn't know.
Yeah, that make the 2 of you have... If you ever need anything, though you may not...
You have my...
Thank you for protecting...
why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll...
It's time for dinner. Welfare.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well!
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh.
What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Me too!
No problem.
delicious. Paimon's so
Feeling full yet? How's the
delicious.
I'm so glad to
Sigewin?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking.
You're really good.
Really?
Oh,
That! Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed. Although the path was. Oh, and I was keeping an eye.
you were all so...
It's no. Get a good night's rest.
Glorand!
It's...
How's dinner?
It's alright.
So we heard that...
Oh,
Still, Paimon... Oh, and what?
Miss Sigewin was with you. Yeah,
First time in a...
in the past. You seem to be... Things will be getting...
So much has happened. Paimon's super... delicious.
Out of my way! Get out of my... What happened? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep. What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Lafaroon was saying...
Wait, weren't you the one who...
Hey!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should... Yeah, he said to get as far...
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run. 3, 2, 1.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Traveler, Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she will do.
Look! There are a ton of Fatilian Palamir. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course! How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in dessert. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add some.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Eudex Neuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely? Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your...
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right. Seems like the problem...
Let me guess. We're
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It wasn't...
You made a bet.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearances.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now?
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Marmonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing Miss Farina. As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the—
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am,
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are—
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not—
an emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of them?
The emergency response plan—
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's—
So you also have no idea. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yes, that's it.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourself. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer. Oh,
If it's on my tea—
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. and I was merely catering to Miss Verina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that—
Very well. We'll—
Mind seeing me off, traveler. We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Paimon's coming.
The tea party turned out. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter?
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with—
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get—
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight—
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina? You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, a Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydrognosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me! I'm begging you, please!
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not bait after all. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children.
News from the Fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we...
Probably the handiwork of that... I'm afraid this is a good opportunity. The value of a harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the... Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Iudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the Fortress of Meripede will be a front. Linny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering. You should know the rest. Linny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything.
You attacked?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now... that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just... It is, however, quite... Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force... So as expected, the knave has turned up the permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be... You can't tell us?
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify. I believe so. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... Huh?
Please do not. Farina?
Neuvillette! Neuvillette! We were just guessing randomly. We didn't...
You guessed correctly.
Right. Of course. There's...
Please.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, Couldn't you just use your power to solve the crime?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included. But they say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As in any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears. Given the status quo, however,
Oh, so we've...
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my...
Please go right ahead. There's a place that... We'll see you another time.
Take care.